I have given that a kick today.
What?
The furniture. We saw them go under there, didn't we? The rat catcher's out. There's 2 lots. How many did you put down?
There's 2 bins.
Yeah, and they've ate what?
And I put some loose ones in and they've gone.
How many was that?
Huh?
Does that feel empty or full?
I don't know.
Sounds sort of full. You put here, how many have you put on here, Deb?
What?
You put 4 and then another 4.
I'm terrified one's going to jump out and get me.
Yeah. What's this key you were telling me about?
That's bloody empty, I think.
Yeah. So how many have you put all together then?
That's the key.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not in there. Oh, you put the key in there. Springs it open.
It's not working.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no one there. You're all right. You'd be running around and screaming.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Yeah. Oh, and it's eaten again.
No, you're all right.
Oh, they've not been touched as much.
No.
But that is the 2nd or the 3rd lot.
No, they haven't touched this. Well, no, they haven't touched them.
So how many have they had out of there so far?
None.
Oh, none at all?
No.
From when you started?
No.
But they're a bit too big to go in there, actually.
Who?
The rats.
Well, it's meant for a rat.
Yeah, no, them holes ain't quite big enough. So they haven't touched that then?
No.
I thought they had.
Don't rats go flat?
No, no, rats don't get in there. But you've been putting them, where else have you been putting them?
Throwing them just round the back.
Yeah, and probably Mises, right, where?
I've just been throwing them.
That's what we've been using, these things.
But that's what they're supposed to fit in those bait stations.
Mice, maybe.
No, rat and mice, that's what those boxes
Oh, not
are.
the size of the rat I saw. So, where have you been putting them? Hold on. Don't use scissors, it says.
I don't want you using anything. It might have poison on it.
Right, so, where have you been throwing them?
Down the back there.
In the entrance of the...
Where the hole is.
In the entrance of the hole. And they've been going, have they?
Yeah.
How many have you thrown all together in there?
There was 2 or 3 round the back. Trouble is, other things can eat it.
Yeah, what else?
1, 2, 3. I put 5.
So how many's gone missing in total?
Oh, 6.
6. So, of the new packet,
Yeah.
and what about the day before?
Probably another couple.
Total.
Yeah. So I put most of them in there.
Alright.
I won't bother checking that one because the chances are if that's full, that'll be full.
No, this is slightly different. Oh, there's a box. Oh, hold on then. Try a box. They're not in here, Deb. I put another one under there. Put some under there away from Charlie, Deb.
Yeah, but can they get in it?
Yeah, they can get under that one.
Well,
You've got the gloves on. Put them inside the box. Oh, and put them under that box, look.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, go on, put them under the box. And then turn the box on their head. Yeah.
Well, shall I put that one over there by the...
No, put it there. Because they're by the entrance of the garage. They are. Put them under that box. So Charlie can't get to them. But we are keeping an eye on Charlie. Do you want to do that box? That's empty.
It's empty.
Yeah.
That one was that was full.
Try it. What does that look like? Touched neither.
No.
Hmm.
No, not been touched.
I haven't seen them all day today, but of course I've been around and about. So it stops Charlie and anyone else getting them. And then the key goes under there. That's it. Yeah, just put that in anyway, random. And then immediately get Dysrosia gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of them, that's it. Oh, job done. See? Rat catcher. the king of the rat catchers. Got something of a rarity. We've got a visitor, a Dacia, come from France. Wow, look at that. See how they drive on the opposite side of the road. That's a beauty, isn't it? A Dacia come that distance. Wow, from France. Yeah. Oh, it's not for me, it's somebody down the street. I wonder if that's a visitor, somebody on holiday visiting, or other reasons, do you know? But we've got a French visitor in the street today. Oh, that should be interesting. Oh, and we'll start the wing today. Look, it's all green all around. The orange charge, so obviously that did the trick overnight, and it's charged up the battery, so let's give this a try, shall we? Come with me live and at the scene. I've unplugged it. I'll put the panel on in a minute. Oh, by the way, yeah, we've got some chrome covers coming. We're going to a light parade, the Norfolk light parade, but we're going by car. We're not taking the trike, but we've got these covers to replace in chrome, in show chrome, so they're going to add, it's going to be part of adding bits and pieces. We're not going to spend much. Oh, look, nice strong thing. Let's have a look. Is that on? Yeah, navigation system. What else is it going to do? We give it a bit of time. Right. Don't touch the throttle. Here we go. Oh, lovely. Beautiful. Beautiful. She fires. When she fires, she fires. So that'll do, yeah. We'll keep it on the oxidizer. We'll put the panel back on there, and then we're ready to use whenever we want. But anyway, it'll show you something else today. Oh, do you remember we oiled these legs, didn't we? Let me show you what these legs do. Figured it out yet? Have you figured it out yet? We're getting there, we're getting there. Just one more piece. What is it? That's what it looks like when it's done. And you've got an extra piece, so you can make this wider or narrower. You can make it longer, keep the narrowness, or you can put those instead of where they are and make them. But I haven't quite got the posts right at the moment. These two posts aren't correct, are they? No, there's something something twisted somewhere. The height of the post, or they're the same. I think it's this one that is out. I think it's this one that wants turning around, I think. Yeah, better. This post was twisted the wrong way. Yeah, and the good thing about this is that is the same thickness of a scaffolding pole, so you can connect scaffolding to this now once you've set this up if you wanted to, you know. And there's little extension pieces. There's these little extension pieces. They're not very big, and just clip in, and then it lines them up again, and you can put another set of bars up above if you want. But I find them quite useful just for a handle, or you can now put your scaffolding onto them. Yeah, they just clip in like that, and that makes them sit the right way. At the bottom of the top, those two at the bottom, yeah. So you can put another, like if you want to put a handrail or something across the top. Yeah. So that will make life a lot easier. It's better than steps, and it's more secure, so you can run your planks this way, or if you was to stretch them, change them narrow ones for these ones and make a big square, you can make a nice deck, couldn't you? So that is going to the garage build today, and it all breaks down into little pieces, which is fantastic. Oh. So those are the legs we were oiling the other day, getting ready. So again, this is one of them stupid things that do you keep and it takes up space, do you not keep? What do you do? You know, it doesn't get used very often at all. I'll bet you there's years of gap in between using it and not using it, but it's handy when you want it. But in between times, it's in the way, isn't it? What do you do with something like this? Do you keep or do you get rid? Crows come under the same category. Do you keep them for years and years and years and just use them now and again on a certain project because they have saved us? Do you remember they saved the garage roof? And they allowed us to change the beams in the garage, didn't they? So, and they worked on the extension as well, didn't they? So do you keep things like this, acros, or do you just sort of clear the space away? Oh, what do you do? What do you do? We're all in the same dilemma, aren't we? What do we keep? How long do we keep it for? And what do we get rid? And happens to be, it's not too bad because it's indoors. This is where the tent comes in. These would have, if I'd kept these outside, these would have well perished and rusted. Just being in the tent is a great help to them. Yeah, their longevity. Yeah, and it's only the tent, it's only the garage, but it does save a lot of stuff from, you know, the weather, the wet, the cold, the rust, the damp, the ice, everything getting to it, which ages it a lot faster, doesn't it? So, as part of tidying up, as you know, we've got the air pressure tanks holding down. They come up and they go over the frame and they hold down the garage, this end. And here we've got the gas bottles, knock the taps off, fill them full of water. They hold down the garage, just hold it in place. So on the back end here, this is connected to the plank. The plank is here. We've got 45-gallon drums, fill them full of water. That's what's holding this one down, what's holding that one down. I'm thinking of converting, getting rid of these and gaining the space. And then I've got more of these tanks. I'll show you now. We've got more of these tanks. I could put another one of those tanks along here and up and over like we've done there, which would do the same job, wouldn't it? Would do the very same job, holding down. What's heavier, that full of water, altogether heavier tank, or that full of water? And do we need them? These have done really well. It hasn't moved. Let's have a look at the tanks we've got. We've got the compressed air tanks in the corner. We've got 4 spare ones. So we could hold the garage, the Clark's garage, down with them, couldn't we? They take a lot less space. So it would free up that space. Maybe we could give us space to put the acros. Let's give the scrap man a bit more scrap today, shall we? By the way, Nick, this military box is here waiting. It's dried up nicely. It's been here a while now. Do you remember the military box? The military box is sitting here waiting. Yeah, was that a strap? What's just a strengthening that you can put something on? Or was that something inside here? No, it just makes the hinge stronger, doesn't it? Up there. Wow. Anyway, there's no markings to be seen on the box. It's just a green box. Straps are missing. Well, straps are perished. No key for it, but it's that sort of lock. That's the keys in there, and that's there. Strap seems to have come in and over and through this, look. Whatever it was keeping. And them funny sort of hinges with a bend in it. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a sound box. I don't think there's much woodwork to do. Ooh. A little bit there on the corner, possibly a bit soft, yeah. What would you do? Anyway, The box, after your promotion, the box is sitting here waiting for you. Hey, we're going to have a cup of soup. So it's meant to fit in a cup, but a mug is slightly more. And we have a mug of soup, which makes this mixture that little bit more watered down. And this is my cup, I like a big mug. So, you know, by the time you've diluted a cup into a mug, into a bigger mug, gets a bit watery, doesn't it? So to pep it up, we'll put the cup of soup in, and we've thrown an oxo in there. Yeah. So a cup of soup, tomato soup, and an oxo. It's great. What a great mixture. Have you tried it? Give it a try, see what you think. So the scaffolding has arrived. That going there a long way, see? Or if we choose, you can make it twice as wide. Then we can continue reaching up there is the problem. But there's this side done. It's going to be a door. There's going to be a window there, isn't there?
Yeah.
And is that the window that's stopping there?
He's not sure yet whether he's putting it on the side or not.
But there might be a wall of window, or it could be just there. Yeah. It's coming on fantastically. Coming on really well. Well, as you know, I am struggling with space. Hold on. Where are we struggling with space? We've got jars in here waiting for hello to come. We've got jars in here waiting. We've got jars in here, not in there. We've got jars, yeah, we've got jars there waiting. We've got jars up there waiting. We've got all these cupboards are taken up by jars waiting. I collect them religiously. You just never know when the next delivery is going to drop on your door. But I really need, they're in the wrong place here. They're taking up space in this side. So I've come up with a cunning plan. So let me fill this bag full of jars and let me show you my cunning plan. Rotation. I'm moving this. I like to have all the same jars together in one place. So all these red lid ones at this size, and I've got lots of them. We're going to move to another place. Come with me. So the biggest problem any shed dweller I should say, is the shelf of doom. Yeah, the shelf of doom, the bottom shelf. Oh, and what's even worse than that is the back of the bottom shelf. Oh, what a place. You put it there, it would never be seen for a millennium, would it? But I reckon it wouldn't be a bad thing if we can use these. We know where they are. We know what we've got. We're always looking for them. They're going to fill this so much. They'll be in the front, but you know they'll also be in the back, won't they? So let's fill this shelf. And remember, we put the concrete behind it. So we did some sort of level behind it. So these all now should go in there. And yes, they're in the end and they're in the shelf of doom, but it will only be a repeat of what's in front of them. So this is best use of your bottom shelf of doom. In the back of the bottom shelf of doom, when you've got stuff waiting to be used and you've got quite a bit of it, stuff it all in there. So let's do that, see how we get on. That's going to be all right, you know. We haven't lost too much space here. They're 4 deep, as you can see. Look, the shelves are 4 deep, and of course what's in the front is behind. That's what I always like. That I don't like stuff hidden behind, but in this particular case, what's in the front is what's behind, or what's behind is what's in the front. So that's going to free us up quite a lot of space. So let's carry on and let's fill it and let's count them, because I do like this. In the how I get my fixings, I generally have these or 2 of these. The maximum I've got is 2 or 3 of these, and then of course we go up to altogether bigger size jar. But these are all the same. They're in there. We're using the space, the shelf of doom right in the very back. they're not getting lost, are they? Because what's in the back is in the front. So let's get to go and fill it, get a few more bags. Well, that's going to be all right, you know. Because these went all the way to the back, there is a gap, but these just drop and sit on top of them down there. So as long as we, when we take the back row off, remember these are sitting on top of them, we might get some use out of these ones as well. See, with a tub, that space at the back doesn't matter because it's not going to fall anywhere, it can overlap a bit. But with the jars, you don't get the same effect, but we're nearly getting the same effect, aren't we? So I think we're going to be all right, you know. I think we can bring all the spare jars to here, well, of the slightly bigger ones. Yeah, so I think we've converted the bottom shelf in the back of the bottom shelf, the bottom shelf of doom, right in the very back. We've made good and full use of it, and it's going to, I'll show you, it's given us a whole load of space in the other place where they come from. Oh, how much space has that given us? There's an empty tub there, wiring is still there, those are still full because those are the big ones. That there, you need all sorts of sizes of jars. We've got that full of spaces of jars, but we can put stuff on top. We've got space there, haven't we? We can consolidate that lot. We can consolidate, put it on top. We've got those size jars ready to go. We took a few out of here, didn't we? So that's given us a bit more space. What else did we do? Full of fluids. Jars full of fluids, right. So I think we're going to be all right. I think we've cleared ourselves a little bit of space. And we've still got these green ones that have run out. So they're going to come to an end. They're so handy for keeping smaller stuff. So they'll come to an end shortly. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. I think that was a wise move. You don't know what's going to come in. You don't know how much of it is going to come in and how you're going to turn it into the jars. And there's still a whole load to be sorted. I mean, if you look at the YTBS, yet to be sorted, the amount of jars that's going to swallow up, putting everything in its right place. Wow. Yeah. So a lot of mine are nuts and bolts and in glass jars, so the rodents can run over them, but they're not, there's no food here for them. There's nothing for them to have. But so part of the cleaning regime and the tidying regime is trying to get rid of, you know, we've got stuff in boxes on shelves, haven't we? And the rodents like using it for nesting and whatever else. So, and they chew it, they eat it when they're hungry, don't they? So we'll put that in the pile ready to go in the bin. But yeah, part of the making the shed a lot less rodent friendly is getting rid of the boxes, stuff that is in boxes. Not that it's any good for all your stuff anyway, but try and convert to just plastic. Yeah, try and put everything in plastic. I know the rodents eat the plastic, but it's not like cardboard. They can't use it for nesting and all that sort of a thing. So we keep bearing that in mind as well whilst we're tidying up. Space for more jars, because every time I walk in from the house, I've got a jam jar. Debbie says, oh, there's a jam jar there for you. There's a jam jar there for you. So of course, what doesn't help blocking the shelves is jam jars ready to come in from the house, being washed, ready to go into the stores. And you tend to just put them on a shelf, don't you? And you end up an empty jam jar again, using your space. Or an empty tea jar or a coffee jar, taking up your space. Hi, and how have I got so many jars? Well, you see, look, these would have ordinarily have gone in the bin. So they stay here by the door. So every time I walk into the shed, every time Debbie's done any washing or used any jars on any food preparation or whatever, wow, look, that was probably last night's or the end of one, maybe last night's meal or something. It's a jar washed, ready to go in the stores. So all the time, every jar that comes in here gets washed and goes in the garage. Yeah. very big coffee drinkers, but Debbie collects them from work. They as they go through them they go, oh Debbie, we've got another jar for your husband. So I get a feed of jars from Debbie's work as well. Yeah.